Hey there, everybody out there in Evan's Easy Japanese Sylvania. This is Evan, and I'm coming at you with another fancy language words. Fancy language words. We're talking about nouns today. Nouns is not really a great word to use because linguistics calls nominals and blah, 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 blah. But anyway, we all know the word nouns generally. And in Japanese, when we teach Japanese, we usually say this is a noun. So let's just go with the word noun for now. You might have a vague understanding of what a noun is, but we get into some strange situations. So we have our core idea of what it is, then we get some slightly weird stuff, and we slowly float out into some gray areas. So what we're going to... Once again, the definitions aren't set in stone, and there's going to be some outliers. That's what I'm trying to say. A noun is usually defined as a person, place, thing, or idea. And that's mostly true for English and Japanese. There's not a lot of wiggle room there. But it's important to notice that they are best defined by how they fit or how they are used in a sentence. This is a very linguistic-y friendly idea. Sure, we can call them a person, a place, a thing, or an idea. But, I mean, what is an idea? Isn't a sentence defined as a complete idea? So, once again, we get into these vague ideas. So it might be best to think about it mechanically. How do we actually use them in a sentence? Okay, so here we go. Boom. Evan went to the store. Evan's a person, a store is a thing, or maybe it's even a place. They're nouns. And notice that they can even be reversed. See, this is the linguistics aspect. We can reverse the two. The store went to Evan. So it doesn't make much sense, but we can say that, and your brain will try to fit that into a meaning. Like, apparently there's a giant store, or maybe that's some guy's name, and he's going to Evan. Evan may be the name of the store, you never know. Number 2, the dog bit the child at the store. So the dog is a noun, the child is a noun, and the store is a noun. These are all nouns. It's a person, or a thing, I don't know, an animal, a thing. The child is a human, a person, and the store is a place or a thing. All of these vague ideas, trying to get things out. And we can switch them. The child bit the dog at the store. The store bit the dog at the child. Do you see how when we switch them, your brain is like, that makes sense, but it doesn't make any sense. And so we have to deal with this strange fact that we can make nonsensical sentences by flipping around these nouns. And that's how we know they're nouns. We can imagine some strange fantasy world where a store is biting a dog at the child. Doesn't make any sense, but you never know. It kind of does make sense. Number 3, physics is the study of matter and energy. Physics is a noun. After all, it's kind of an idea. I mean, you can't really go to a physics. The physics isn't a person, and it's not really a thing you can touch, so it's best described as an idea, I guess. But, I mean, is it? The study, again, kind of like an idea. Matter, I guess matter is a thing, but also it's like an idea, an energy. So these are all ideas or things, and they're all nouns. We could say the study is physics of matter and energy. And again, because we're using our prepositions and our conjunctions and our verbs, energy is the matter of study and physics. I mean, it makes sense, but it's very strange. So we get into these weird situations where they can all be flipped and they all work mechanically together. Take one screw out here, put it over there, take that one and move it over there. The phrase or the sentence still makes sense. It's weird. All right, we talked about subjects already. Every subject has a noun in it because a subject is a thing that does something or a thing that is described. And thus, it needs to be a subject. We can't have a thing be an action. That doesn't make any sense. So every subject has a noun in it, and there might be some weird there might be some weird exception. Yes, exactly. That's the world of language. There might be some exception. Adam went through the Garden of Eden trying to name things. He didn't quite get it all right. But if we put a non-noun in the subject position, we end up turning that word into a noun. It's very strange. Run bought a pull. there's a verb. Run is a verb. It's an action, and apparently it's buying a pull, whatever a pull might be. Do you see how your brain, if we use the language around these verbs, if we make the sentence, the parts of the sentence around these verbs like they were nouns, they turn into nouns in our brain. Hey man, the other day, Run went to the store and he bought a pull. That's like some sort of maybe gangster talk. Maybe pull is slang for, I don't know, drugs, and Run's the name of some guy. Your brain does this to you. It's so fascinating to learn about your brain via language. Your brain is wondering who is a run and what is a pull, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. I should have talked about this a little bit earlier. Every subject has a noun in it. Let's go to real sentences. Physics is the study of matter and energy. See, physics is a noun, and it is the study. This is the subject, and this is the predicate. So physics is the study. The dog, subject, bit the child at the store, predicate. Evan, noun, subject, went to the store, predicate. Okay, so just to get that in there. Okay, so number 2, which is a weird example. Fat went to the laugh yesterday. Hey, yesterday, Fat, he went to the store. He went to the laugh. Fat went to the laugh yesterday. Your brain's trying to figure out what Fat might mean. Is that somebody's name? And the laugh, is that like a nickname for a store, maybe? Maybe it's like the comedy store? Your brain is trying to figure out what these nouns, which are actually verbs, are. I guess laughter is a noun, so never mind. That's weird, isn't it? The answer is yes, it is. Those are nouns. I should talk about something here. Verbs. Whoa. We haven't talked about verbs yet. But verbs, they can turn into nouns. These are called, at least in English, gerunds. And these are words like when we add ing, going, eating, etc. So if we say something like, I don't know, like I like eating. Eating is an action, but here it's a noun, right? Eating is an action that you like to do. So I like eating. Or we could say something like, if you don't believe that's a noun, how about chewing is difficult? Sure, to chew is difficult, but here chewing is a thing that is being described as difficult. It's a noun. It's a subject. If you don't like that, how about he likes golfing? So we could just say he likes golf, which is a noun, but he likes golfing. He actually likes doing the action of golf. He doesn't just like watching it. He likes doing golfing. So when we want to use a verb like a noun in English and not have it be weird, we use a gerund, and that's the ing. Okay, I should have had that in there already, but I didn't, so I just taught it to you now. Hey, that's the video. Have a great day. Peace out. And let's sing Vampirina.
We can sing Booty Vampirina.
You want to sing Booty Vampirina? What's that song? We're living the scream.
Whoa, Vampirina. I can make zoo. Vampirina.
Maybe blue with pointy teeth.
Me blue is pointy teeth.